days ago here against Virginia. Already one ACC game has gone down today. That went to overtime between SMU and Syracuse, and a great night of women's college hoops begins now with Notre Dame winning the tip and going to work with the second highest scoring offense in the country, rather in the conference. Sonia Citron probing the right edge of the paint early, and Wake Forest, a gritty defensive team, third in the ACC in points allowed per game, rips the ball away. And take a look at their starting five. Jones and Hines have each started every game this year for the Demon Deacons. And Elise Williams, number 21, returned from an injury on Sunday. She'll come off the bench shortly as Hines misses the first shot attempt of the day. Now Miles, quick release three-pointer, set up by Carlin, doesn't drop.
A good look, though, a good quick look in transition. Nice little screen. Olivia Miles gets an open one.
Malaya Coles holds on for Wake Forest. Demon Deacons coming off a tough overtime loss Sunday against Louisville. Notre Dame, the big win against North Carolina, as the baseline jump shot from Tamia Jones, an SMU transfer, won't go. And here comes the pace of Notre Dame, one of the fastest teams in America. Hidalgo leads it. King grabs her offensive rebound and sets up Liza. Carlin, transfer to transfer, and Notre Dame's on the board first.
A big-time offensive rebound by King, and then a kick out to the shooter. If Notre Dame gets 2 shots on that possession, there's a good chance they're going to score.
Liatu King, 10 consecutive games with double-digit rebounds, and that offensive board has Notre Dame up first. And now she's got a block on the other side. Late foul call as well against Tamia Jones. We'll take another look at the hard work by King underneath here.
She does a great job of just getting position on the rebound, and then after having position, she's double teamed, gets a kick out to Carlin. Carlin catch and shoot. Great shot, being able to make a play. And then on the other end, King with a great stop defensively, playing basketball on both ends.
Here comes Hidalgo, and she'll double the lead for Notre Dame as she gets on the board. The nation's second leading scorer makes it 4-0.
And Hidalgo's so good in that pick and roll. She finds a way to get that defender in her back. Quick little snake dribble right into that pull-up, being able to play in the pick and roll. Notre Dame does a great job of spacing, great job in the pick and roll, and a great job here defensively of being able to get a stop into taking the ball down the other end.
Now the Irish force a turnover. Notre Dame has been a team that gets off to great starts this season, outscoring opponents by more than 10 points per game in the first quarter alone.
Looking for Carlin in the post.
It's a patient Notre Dame offense as well when they get into that front court. High riser from Hidalgo, trajectory off, but Citron grabs the O board, but throws it just out of Carlin's grasp, and the Demon Deacons take over.
And Wake Forest has got to get something going here offensively. First couple possessions, they ran some good screens, had some ball reversals, got it moving. They're going to have to find a rhythm here early as Notre Dame's gotten some stops here.
Wake off to an 0 for 3 start from the field as Hidalgo hounds Jones and forces the steal. Now she's all alone. Miles to Hidalgo for the 48th time this year, and she'll lay it in for 2 more. Notre Dame is really good in transition. If they can get defensive stops and get out and score with number advantage, they do a fantastic job of taking advantage of that. Jones looking to start the scoring for Wake. 3-pointer long, rebound to Miles. Everybody rebounds on this Notre Dame team. Miles leading the ACC in assists per game. Goes to work down the right side. And a double team now. Somehow locates Hidalgo.
10 on the shot clock. Look for Notre Dame to get into something here to get a good shot.
Carlin the screen. Hidalgo the snake. Dime to Liatu King. 2 more for Notre Dame. And an 8-0 start.
Notre Dame again in that pick and roll. They have such great spacing that they wait on the defense to leave. The closeouts are long. And then they make the next pass to be able to get a great finish. Great pass by Hidalgo. Great finish by King.
Coles drops it underneath, and King, one of the top stealers in the conference, sets up another Hidalgo breakaway. 10-0 start for Notre Dame. Timeout Wake Forest with 6:10 remaining in the opening quarter. What a start for Notre Dame. Hannah Hidalgo leading the charge again with an early 4, and the Irish are up 10-0 at Purcell.
Heck of a start.
Yeah.
Which view you like best? What are you on? First?
I usually keep it on split box just so I can see everyone.
Where's that at? I like yours.
Oh, you might not have it.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have it. That's weird.
Oh, that's fine. It's all one screen.
Yeah.
I go that way. Coach Ivy and Notre Dame doing such a great job of spacing in their offense. And right now, Hidalgo and Carla in here. As Hidalgo comes off the screen, the spacing's so good on the weak side that as the play happens, the defense has got to help because Hannah Hidalgo's Player of the Year candidate. Her defender helps. Quick pass to King. They take advantage of it, and they do such a great job of spacing. It's tough to guard. You've got to stop the ball, and if you don't, they're making you pay by sharing the basketball, sacrificing for each other. Coach Ivy was talking about that. Some players are sacrificing minutes or sacrificing points, but they're sacrificing it for a greater good to make the team higher.
Out of the break, Sorby, the Norwegian Aurora. Sorby can't finish on the setup from Demira Hines. Still 10-0 Notre Dame. Spring semester doesn't start till Monday here. How about Luke Zeller taking us to school out of the break right there? Great watching
Little early work.
Going into tonight's game, seeing Notre Dame's offense and the way it sets up, one of the best in the ACC in the nation this year. See if Wake Forest has an answer. It does. Tamia Jones, the SMU transfer, makes it 10-2 with the jumper.
Big answer for Wake Forest coming out of that timeout. They needed a bucket, stop the run.
King downhill, bouncing off contact, can't finish. Good defense straight up from Wake Forest.
Wake Forest a score and a stop out of the break. They've got to get a few of those to string them together here.
The Irish started this one on a 10-0 run. They had a 28-0 run in the first half of their last home game 2 Sundays ago against Virginia. Here goes Sorby down the baseline. Open left wing three from Williams off the bench. Can't hit. Tussle for the rebound. And Coles wins it and puts it back in for 2.
Great rebound, great finish by Coles inside. She's been battling inside with Notre Dame, being able to find plays. That's a great finish, great play. 2 good scores here for Wake Forest out of the timeout.
Coles, the redshirt junior, has been great lately. Double figures scoring in 6 of her last 7. King from the block, puts it in, and Notre Dame's back on the board, leading by 8.
Again, another good pick and roll, that time for Citron and King. Notre Dame's got multiple people that are playing pick and roll. Coach Ivy's skill development really showing up for players that they can play in multiple spots.
Now Jones steps into another J. Left it short. Strong offensive rebound one more time. Forces a foul against Notre Dame. This Wake Forest team hasn't been great rebounding this season, but they're looking sharp on the offensive glass, playing strong basketball early.
And Coach talked about that at shoot-around. She talked about that 40 minutes of playing. She talked about being able to compete. This is what she's looking for. I'm guessing out of that timeout. She was talking this morning about not worried about the score, worried about the effort. And she's got some effort coming out of the timeout.
This ovation you hear is because Maddie Westbeld is on the floor at Purcell Pavilion for the first time in 312 days. Hines converts for Wake Forest off the inbound, and it's 12-6. Westbeld missed the first 2 months of this season with a foot injury, returned Sunday, played 13 minutes off the bench, did not score at North Carolina, but now she's back at home for the first time and lining up a 3. That one left short.
Crowd wanted that one to go.
Building was going to erupt if her first touch back home went down, but instead it's Wake Forest with the basketball, still within 6.
Notre Dame defensively, that's a good look, good open look. Notre Dame defensively has done a great job on the pick and roll defense where the screen doesn't happen because they're so close to their defender. They're getting over the top so far in this game.
Prosper and Kate Cove all in the game for the first time as well. There's Prosper dashing underneath. Offensive foul, Wake Forest basketball.
Hines has made some good plays here out of the timeout. Finished, a couple rebounds, taking a charge there. She's made some tough plays as they've come out of the timeout here for Wake Forest.
Credit to the Demon Deacons. Hanging around early, absorbing the 10-0 run to start for the Fighting Irish. Now Jones on the drive again. Hidalgo moves on to her. Sorby in between Westbeld and Citron, keeps the basketball, but then turns it over. Westbeld the steal. Now Hidalgo sees a lane. Picks up her dribble. Westbeld in and out. Jones the rebound.
Good looking transition for Notre Dame. Wake Forest has ran some good stuff the last few possessions, few pick and rolls, finding some spots.
Jones finds space near Hidalgo, but airs it out to the right. Notre Dame takes over again with the Demon Deacons now 3 for 12 from the floor. They'll filter in a couple of changes. Jones checking out along with Coles. Turkoff back into the game for Wake Forest, along with Madison Jordan.
Excellent pass.
Locates Citron, and on the second effort, she puts it in for 2.
Great finish by Citron inside. Beautiful cut. Great pass by Westbeld in there.
2 points to go with 2 assists now for Sonia Citron. Nearing 1,500 career points. She's now 7 away in career game number 105 tonight. Hines against Koval, scoops it up, draws the foul. And that'll bring our first free throws of the game for Wake Forest.
A great cut, great finish inside. Really great pass by Westbeld. She's playing that high post really well. Makes a great pass right at the right time. A great finish.
So to the stripe goes Demira Hines, the redshirt senior from Georgia. And the 62% free throw shooter leaves it short. She gets to the line more than anyone else in a Demon Deacon uniform this season. And has really improved her free throw shooting from 37.3% in her career before this season to 62% this year. She goes 1 for 2. It's 14-7.
Great pass.
Rainbows, Koval. Got it in the foul. Notre Dame by 9 as the freshman converts.
Another great pass from Westbeld to Koval. High-low look, looking inside. Westbeld made some great passes, but the screen first. Makes a great screen, cuts high post. Koval gets a seal inside, gets their defender high side. She's got no room between her, all the room she needs between her and the basket. Moves her defender out. Great pass by Westbeld. That's an important pass, important play with a lineup. Coach Ivy trying some new lineups as she gets Westbeld back in the lineup, and that's great for them to be able to have some options of a big-to-big, high-low pass and a scoring.
That was Koval's first free throw attempt in more than a month, and she hits it to finish off the 3-point chance. Notre Dame back in the 10-point lead. Final 90 seconds of the opening quarter. Hines matched up against Koval. What a slick finish there against one of the best blockers in America.
Great left-hand finish.
Now Miles steps back for the 3. She has improved so much in that area this season, shooting the 3 better than ever before.
And confident, just creates space with her dribble, just enough space, gets the shot off and holds the follow through and finishes it well.
She talked about it after the win on Sunday. Her injury, missing all of last season with the torn ACL, as the jumper goes for Elise Williams. It helped Miles change her perspective on shooting 3. She was thinking too much before that injury when she let go of the 3. Now she's just letting it fly. And so is Maddie Westbeld, knocking it down. She's back on the board at Purcell, and Notre Dame leads by 11.
And you love seeing Olivia Miles just as excited as Westbeld on that play there. Just the team. Coach Ivy talked about the leadership of Olivia Miles on that play.
Williams for an answer in the corner. Got it.
Another one. Found a couple of spots in that corner. Wake Forest is going to have to find some open looks and some catch and shoot. Williams knocked down a couple.
15 seconds to go. Williams for Wake Forest was expected to play only 10 to 15 minutes in her return from injury on Sunday against Louisville. Ended up playing almost 27. So she's feeling pretty good. 4 seconds to go. Citron wildly down the lane. Draws the foul, and she'll have 2 free throws upcoming with 1.9 on the timer.
It's a great drive. Notre Dame looking for the last shot of the quarter. Great execution to be able to get to the line with 1.9 left, not leaving Wake Forest enough time. Trying to extend this lead going into the quarter.
Citron, a phenomenal free throw shooter. 95% on the year, got the first. Two for two. Notre Dame back in the lead by 10. One more chance for Wake Forest. And Sorby's just going to hold on to it. And that takes us to the first quarter break. Notre Dame in the driver's seat, up 25. Elise Williams with 6 points, 21 in black. Jordan lets it go from deep, nearly banked it in. Offensive rebound, Cole. She's got to step on Carlin, and she's got the follow-up bucket.
Wake Forest done a good job on the offensive rebounds, and when they've gotten the offensive rebounds, they've found opportunities to score.
Malaya Coles, Wake Forest leading scorer in the matchup against Notre Dame last January in Winston-Salem. That was a 75-56 win for the Irish. What a pass! Liatu King finishes it off as Miles found her underneath.
And Wake Forest comes out in the zone, looks for a little bit of a change on defense. Notre Dame finds their spot. Great pass by Olivia Miles.
And then Hidalgo with the back tap, gets it to Citron, back to Hannah. And she'll lay it in with the lefty for two.
Great pass by Citron. Great finish by Hidalgo. They continue to find opportunities in transition for just being able to make great plays.
Miles batting at Turkoff, looking for another theft. And King forces it on the sideline. Take another look at that beautiful drop pass from Miles all the way down to King.
And they're just in a zone defense. A great cut by King. Olivia Miles looks her off and just finds an open look. Great cut by King, great pass by Miles.
And if there was any look from Olivia Miles there, it was maybe a 25% look at her target. Absolute wizardry again. That sixth sense that Miles and Hidalgo play with in the backcourt showing up. Citron with two defenders near her. That frees up King. Leaves the jumper short. And Coles with another rebound for Wake Forest. She's got 4.
Wake Forest done a good job on the glass on both ends so far here to start the game.
The rebounds are even so far, 9 apiece, as Neil Ivey ends up with the basketball. Looking like the 2001 Final Four days.
She was ready to do something with it. She could drive and score still, I think.
Back to Jones for Wake Forest. Hidalgo picks her pocket. 3-on-2 the other way. Pull up 3 Hidalgo. Money!
And Hidalgo just fantastic with active hands defensively. Obviously the shot, being able to get in transition and hit a pull-up. But her active hands defensively, finding a deflection and then be able to make a play. She's phenomenal at being able to find pressure without fouling.
She adds another highlight in her 50th career game. And then a second consecutive steal. This time she'll drop it to Miles. Notre Dame on another run, up by 17 with defense to offense doing the job.
A great pass, but again, starting with defense, on-ball defense by Hannah Hidalgo, being able to get over the top of the screens, find ball pressure, find deflections, and be able to create offense.
Notre Dame a 9-0 run in the last minute 45. Here's a corner 3 on the way. Line drive shot from Conley doesn't fall. She takes a lot of those triples. Notre Dame races back 4-on-4. Miles can't scoop it up and in, but does draw contact for a shooting foul.
And Notre Dame's just done a great job defensively, and their defense is creating their offense. We're here, Hannah Hidalgo with a deflection, being able to drive down the court, looks for space, finds an open shot, takes what the defense gives her, and then again, defense with her and Citron again here gets another steal. This time, probably could take another pull-up 3, thinks about it, decides to be able to pass to her teammate for the easy layup. Great job by Notre Dame, defensively, leading into offense, and then sharing the basketball with each other, being able to sacrifice what they need for what the team needs to move forward.
Miles goes 1 for 2. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists on her ledger so far. Sorby off the double screen from Coles. Tries it on the follow-up and gets it to go. Good shot fake the first time around, and Sorby converts for her first bucket.
Great pull-up jump shot there by Sorby.
Miles with the 3-pointer again.
It's a tough step back, just creating just enough space for Olivia Miles to be able to get her shot off, and then confident.
She and Hannah Hidalgo on Sunday became the first Irish duo to each hit 5 3-pointers in at least 25 years.
Great
There
pass.
goes Hannah again on the breakaway. Notre Dame has 40 points, and Megan Jebby has got to call another timeout. A 15-2 Notre Dame run in the last 3 minutes. It was Olivia Miles fueling the fire with a 3-pointer from the right wing. She and Notre Dame on a roll early on. Oh, you're good. Okay. I figured we had a break, but. (15-2).
Gives her the opportunity, but she's been phenomenal defensively. This ball pressure that she's putting on every possession, coming out of the timeout again. She's 3-quarter court, finding a way to ball pressure without fouling, looking for deflections, looking for steals, just causing havoc defensively.
She's already equaled her season average with those 4 steals, and that's a difficult season average to equal with her second in the country in steals per game. Notre Dame foul right away coming out of the break. So we saw it to start the first quarter and again to start the second. Wake Forest absorbing one of those runs, but the Demon Deacons played well, especially on defense in the final 6 minutes of the first. We'll see if they can do it again here before halftime to hang around. Conley finds Hines. She's in some trouble against King and Koval and throws it long. Now Hidalgo couldn't thread the needle for King.
That was a tough pass she was trying. Not a lot of space.
Hines to Coles, wide open underneath as she found her way in front of Citron to lay it in.
Great cut, great finish by Coles inside.
Alea Coles an early 6 points and 4 rebounds on 3 of 4 shooting. Koval double team, doesn't matter. Impressive basket from the freshman.
Good feed again. King into Koval. Good post position by Koval, and then be able to finish with the double team. Spinning away from the double team. Great finish there.
She's from Kyiv, Ukraine. Went to Long Island Lutheran, one of the
Nice
most
pass.
highly touted freshmen in the country. And there's another European, Aurora Sorby, putting one home for 2 more. Wake Forest answering Notre Dame out of the timeout.
Looking for Koval, getting in the post. She scored the last possession down. They like that matchup.
Hidalgo jittering. Koval maybe not quite ready for it. And Hines comes up with the steal. Notre Dame takes it right back. King poked it away. Hidalgo, not quite. That would have been a highlight. But instead, she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Well, this Notre Dame backcourt full of 2 All-Americans, Hannah Hidalgo, Olivia Miles. A lot of questions coming into the season on how well they'd be able to coexist as superstars like they are. No problem at all. They have been phenomenal together so far this season.
And they really have. There's not a time where you feel like one is taking more than the other. They truly feel like teammates. They feel like a dynamic duo and be able to play. And they really have stars in their roles for each of the players. But they have found a way to coexist, and they found a way to really move to that next level as a backcourt.
Hidalgo's at the free throw line right now. Perfect trip. Give her 15 points. With still well over 4 minutes to play in the opening half. Coles will pull. That one's off to the left. Hidalgo the rebound. Around the Carlin screen. Back to her on the pick and roll, but she lost the handle with Coles in her area.
Wake Forest looks like they're trying to slow down the tempo a little bit here. Notre Dame's so good in transition. Wake Forest will like to slow the game down.
Excellent defense. Kassan Prosper recently back into the game. Now numbers for the Irish, but Hidalgo threw it behind Citron, open in the corner. Wake Forest takes over. Even in the win on Sunday against North Carolina, Neil Ivey admitted that Notre Dame's got some turnover issues to clean up. 21 in that game against the Tar Heels as they played a physical brand of defensive basketball, and she expected something similar from this gritty Wake Forest group. There's Hidalgo. Coming the other way, grand theft Hidalgo, not quite with the N1, but she'll go to the line again for 2.
Great job of being able to keep the ball away from the defender, forcing the foul or the bucket on that play. Hannah Hidalgo does a great job of finishing and being able to attack. But again, defensively, she has found a lot of opportunities of just getting deflections and steals. Again, she finds space, finds a deflection, makes a read on the 2-on-1. Here, gets fouled, back at the line.
Now a perfect 3 for 3 from the stripe to start. She's an 83.5% free throw shooter on the season. At least 24 points in each of her last 7 games. She's on the fast track to that total again with 17 now. Westbeld returns to another roar from the crowd. Miles back in as well as Hidalgo and Koval take seats. Sorby got the screen from Coles. Now Coles has the basketball. Excellent find from Williams underneath.
Good steal by Coles to be able to find that space and angle on that post up, and then a great feed.
Williams 3.5 assists per game on the season. Now Westbeld close to the line, short anyway. Carlin a terrific save for Citron. Quick pass to Prosper, but the rejection from Malaya Coles. She's everywhere.
Great recovery by Coles to be able to get there.
Now Williams makes the move on Citron. There's the freshman Kennedy Moore hoisting. That comes up short, but she's got the basketball back. A player that Coach Jebby has spotlighted, can't finish. Coles another offensive rebound. And finally, Notre Dame takes over on the defensive glass.
Wake Forest is battling, though. They're trying to find plays. They just got to get those finishes, but they're going to find a way back into this.
Prosper, a bit hesitant in the corner, so she travels. And with 2:21 remaining in the opening half, Wake Forest makes 2 changes. Hines returning to the game. Jordan and Moore check out for the Demon Deacons. Liatu King returns for Notre Dame. Sorby moves quickly. Hines lets that trickle out. It was off Notre Dame. I don't think Hannah Hidalgo appreciated that call from the bench, but it stays on this end with Wake Forest looking to move back within 20 in the late stages of half number 1. We'll get it to Jordan. Her catch and shoot misses right. Another offensive rebound, but it's wrestled away. 3-on-1, rather 3-on-2 for Notre Dame. Miles to Citron, 3-pointer, you bet.
Great shot by Citron. Great job of being able to run to the corner in space in transition. Again, Notre Dame does such a great job in their spacing, especially in transition. Olivia Miles, patient, finds her open in the corner and knocks down a shot.
Already 5 assists for Olivia Miles to go with 9 points and 3 rebounds. As Hines draws the foul underneath. Take another look at that Miles setup to Sonia Citron. Notre Dame nearing 50 points now, and it's setups like this that make it happen.
It is, and Citron runs wide, finds space. The defender just gets off just enough. She doesn't need a lot of space to be able to knock down a shot. A great shooter and finds an opportunity. Great pass by Miles. Notre Dame keeps making the right decision, the right next play over and over again. And Coach Ivey comes from a style of play, her time for herself playing professionally, her time with the Memphis Grizzlies with Taylor Jenkins out of his system. She understands the pro spacing. She understands being able to create those opportunities for reads at the next level for her players, and did such a great job of that as a player. Now as a coach, has been able to teach her players that. And then you can see Notre Dame making those reads at the next level of just being able to wait on the defense to make a mistake and then making the next play. And they continue to make the right next play over and over again here today.
John Morant was the Rookie of the Year that season Ivy was in Memphis, so she knows how to coach up superstars, and she's got several of them wearing blue and gold tonight.
100% Wake Forest here in a zone defense.
Notre Dame looks to break through it with King, and she delivers. Notre Dame crosses the half-century mark.
This time King on the finish on the layup. Last time that Wake Forest went zone, she got free for the little cut on the backside.
Williams got the screen from Coles and draws a foul on the three-point shot.
Good screen here by Wake Forest, finding an opportunity to be able to come over the top, get just enough space.
Williams to the free throw line. She was Wake Forest team leader in minutes, points, rebounds, and assists per game. Did a little bit of everything, and Coach Jebby is happy to have her back in the rotation after a 3-game absence around the new year. Just under 86% from the free throw line this season. Williams also top 25 in Wake Forest history for career points scored. She's now at 1,182 in her 111th game, and she goes 3 for 3 from the line. King going to work again. This time she'll stop up for the jumper. Left it short. Westbeld couldn't crash for the rebound, so Wake Forest takes over again. Final couple possessions of the first half. Notre Dame led by 10 at the end of the first quarter. And they've opened the game up a bit more in the second. Williams backing away from Hidalgo. King reaching for a steal, and Coles uses her body positioning well to finish.
Great finish. Great pass, great finish inside by Coles. Look for Notre Dame to run for one here to finish the quarter.
Coles, the first Demon Deacon into double figures, 10 points and 6 rebounds. Miles waiting patiently.
Notre Dame again with that great spacing. Pick and roll, a lot of space, long closeouts.
Just 4 seconds. Overhead pass to King. Can't convert. Westbeld threw it in and beat the horn. A major highlight in her return to Purcell Pavilion. Westbeld beats the clock and has Notre Dame in front by 22.
And she get fouled here. And one here at the finish.
And one chance. What a play here for Notre Dame.
Great back cut by King. Great finish by Westbeld. Great catch and finish. I think they called a foul. She's lined up here as if she's shooting for the and one. Looks like she got hit on the arm.
Yeah, that right shoulder tap from Coles behind her. Right now the officials are conferring at the monitor. You have to check to make sure that both her release beat the timer, that the foul occurred as well in that time. Crowd reacting pleasantly to what they're seeing. Westbeld still waiting at the line. Coach Ivy taking a look up at the video board for those replays.
And Westbeld doing a great job as you're getting back, coming back from an injury. You just want to play hard to get your rhythm back. You've been out of it for a while, playing hard, taking a couple shots, hits a jumper earlier, and then just playing hard here to finish the half for her as she finds her rhythm back in her first home game back. As an athlete, that mentality is tough to come back from injury. We've got a couple Notre Dame players that have come back from injury. The Westbeld doing a great job of being able to just take advantage of that here with what looks like to be a put back end of the quarter and one here.
Take one more look at the bucket here. Timer in your bottom left. The release is good.
Shots off, and then I think they called a foul.
And they just confirmed that the basket's good, and they are setting Westbeld up at the line. Back in live action.
The old-fashioned three-point play here to try to finish the half.
Yes, sir. And don't overlook the play Olivia Miles made, working out of some trouble at the left wing by heaving the pass over her head to King. Westbeld got iced a bit by that review, so she misses short. But Notre Dame still goes to halftime, leading by 21. It's the Fighting.
Taking the charge, being able to continue with that toughness. And if you're Wake Forest here for the start second half, you're looking for Coles to do more of that.
Miles' shot turned into a pass for Liatu King. Now she'll spin underneath the rack and draw contact from Coles. That'll be a foul against Wake Forest, and Liatu King's headed to the free throw line. King active as always in that first half. 8 points on 4 of 8 shooting, 3 rebounds and 2 assists for her. Always a dark horse defensively for Notre Dame, one of the top stealing players in the ACC. Got the first free throw. That'll be a big part to her ceiling down the stretch for Notre Dame, how well she can shoot from the line, because she gets there plenty, but under 44% so far this year, 1 for 2 here. Now Wake Forest, its first possession of the second half. Turkoff did not attempt a shot in that opening 20 minutes. A surprise after her career-high 17 points Sunday at Louisville, and right on cue, she delivers on the setup from Coles. Wake Forest on the board out of halftime.
And if you're a shooter, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the net. So her getting a shot here, look for her then to confidently come off.
Citron answers from the free throw line.
Citron is really good at pick and roll. She's not always there because Hidalgo and Miles are taking it, but when she's got opportunities and she gets the right matchup, she's so good at shooting off the dribble and as well as getting to the rim. Does a phenomenal job. Just Hidalgo and Miles have the ball in their hands a little bit more.
Coles turns it over, throwing it high underneath. Citron was the star of Notre Dame's last home win against Virginia a week and a half ago. A double-double, her first of the season, with 5 made threes as well. Foul against Wake Forest on the Notre Dame entry. Goes against Reagan Conley, her first. She's still yet to crack the scoreboard for Wake. Citron lets it fly, leaves it short. And Coles wrestles King and Carlin, and then King takes a heavy bump. Coles offers her assistance getting back to her feet as Liatu's got a big wince on her face.
Big rebound by Coles. Doesn't look like anything intentional there. She's still holding onto the basketball. But I think they're going to look at it.
Yeah, the crowd just saw it and reacted negatively, and there will be time spent at the monitor here with 8:41 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break as they take a second look. Notre Dame up big. Notre Dame will shoot 2 free throws and get the ball back for the announcement over the loudspeaker here at Purcell. So Nia Lively sends her best free throw shooter to the stripe, Sonia Citron. And that make gets her to 10 points. She joins Hannah Hidalgo in double figures on the Irish side. Two for 2.
Citron has one of those shot forms you teach at youth kids camp. She has a fantastic lock her elbow, snap her wrist, hold her follow through. She just makes a lot of the right plays. High basketball IQ, adds a lot to her teammates, allows her teammates to be stars when they need to be, and a star in her role.
Now she cuts along the baseline and sets up Carlin for the jumper. Good ball movement beginning with Koval, but no finish for the Irish. Hidalgo circling for a potential steal. Wake Forest holds on to it with Tamia Jones. Just 1 for 7 from the field is Jones. Gets it back from Hines, fades away, can't hit. Carlin the board. Hidalgo for three. High riser off to the right. Carlin collects the offensive rebound.
Nice pass.
Carlin open, that one rolls off. Kate Koval, the stick back for Notre Dame, and the Irish have 60.
Really good pick and roll from Miles and Carlin, and then a great rebound and putback from Koval inside.
She's 3 for 3 from the field. Good bounce back performance from her after just 2 points against UNC on Sunday. Now Coles from just inside the arc. Sprays it right. Hidalgo swoops in for the rebound, her third. Miles, fadeaway triple in the corner, can't hit. Now Wake Forest pushes. Turkov in the lead, too strong on the lay-in. And here come the Irish back and forth.
Early ball screen here in transition.
Hidalgo steps right around it and scoops it in for two. She'd been quiet in recent minutes, but she's got 19 points now.
Great job in Notre Dame. Spacing, early ball screens. It's tough to guard when you're not back in transition, then all of a sudden you're working on your pick and roll coverage.
And another early quarter scoring run for Notre Dame. This one an 8-0 march to start off the second half for the Irish.
Great deflection.
Carlin bats the pass away from Conley. Numbers again for Notre Dame. There's Citron. Can't finish it as the roll just stayed on top of the rim. Wake Forest settles the pace back down. Both teams preparing to filter 3 substitutions back into the game as Megan Jebbia signals for a timeout. 6:28 to go in the third quarter. Notre Dame leads by 29 in South Bend.
Rebounds, and Notre Dame has each of those, and they are stars in their role. And when you're looking for a team to be elite, you want elite players at each position, and Notre Dame really has that here today.
Westbeld got tangled up and ended up on the floor, so Elise Williams finishes above her. Just over 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Wake Forest guilty of a foul on the other side.
And the Notre Dame players play for each other. They play. Coach talks about that she wants to create a culture. That's an important part to her. She talked about her passion to love, to serve, to mentor. And you see that in her players. You see in the way they care for each other. You see the way Hannah Hidalgo's on the bench cheering for her teammates right now. You see that in the way that they're helping each other up. They're excited for each other. You look like a group, a team that almost becomes a family. And when you have a culture like that, it becomes something that you want to excel and be stars in your role. You want to do your part to help the team. Sometimes that's sacrificing maybe points or minutes or something along those lines. But Notre Dame finding a way to be able to really be that team, and Coach Ivey leading that way.
Ivey understands what that culture is about, being an assistant for so many years in the Muffet McGraw years. Some of that magic seems to have rubbed off on this team. There's Maddie Westbeld again, making 7 points in her return to home floor.
That was a great shot. Great job. Dribble, eyes on the rim, great finish. She's finding her rhythm as she's coming back here today.
Well, she defends Sorby. King helps out. Jordan open for the three, and she drills it. Jordan's first basket of the evening. Miles steps back on the other side, comes up short. And a foul against Notre Dame sends Wake Forest back the other way.
King is on the glass. She's battling every time. They kept her off on that one. She's got a foul, but she is a threat for every rebound. She's pursuing every ball, finding an opportunity to rebound out of her area.
Everybody rebounding for Notre Dame. That's been the standard all season, but perhaps none more than today. Notre Dame's leading rebounder has just 4 boards. Everybody who has seen the floor today for the Irish has a rebound. Wake Forest reloads. Jordan can't hit. A second offensive rebound, and the conversion for Demira Hines.
And when Wake Forest has been good, they've gotten some offensive rebounds and a couple of opportunities here.
Now the Irish turn it over and will swing Hidalgo back into the game for Miles. She's the game's leading scorer with 19 points, an efficient 19 on 7 of 10 field goals.
And Wake Forest is doing a great job, just offensive rebounds. They're continuing that toughness. Coach talked about she wants them to be able to play all 40 minutes. She's continuing to preach that. They're continuing to play in that way.
certainly thought, as Jordan pulls up the three and hits it again, certainly thought that Wake Forest played a full 40 minutes on Sunday. The only problem was the game was 45 going to overtime, and Demon Deacons just couldn't quite hold on with the Cardinals into the extra 5.
And she talked about how she felt like Notre Dame was a Final Four, a national championship contender, and she wanted to see where her team was at today so they can compete on the highest level they can compete at.
Here's Hines. She's been the star of the third quarter for Wake Forest as she wrestles Westbeld and puts it in. Wake Forest sneakily on a 10-0 run in the last minute 40, but Hidalgo might end that. Drawing a foul as Hines swept in front of her. Hidalgo will take 2 free throws.
The Wake Forest, yeah, 10-0 run here, has made some plays. A lot of them just offensive rebounds, finishes, made a couple of shots, but really inside, just a lot of toughness inside from Wake Forest right now. Finding a way to be able to just get that next play, being able to compete. Coach Chevy's got to be proud of their effort here as they're in ACC play, competing, trying to find plays. For Notre Dame, it's that composure they need to be able to continue to be them, be good to great. Here, Hannah Hidalgo looking to knock in a couple of shots, get back on defense, get the ball pressure going again.
It's her first free throw miss of the game. Still 20 points now for Hidalgo. Her 13th 20-point game of the season out of 15 now. That time, Jordan faked her out as Hidalgo went high. There's a block in the corner from King. Jordan in trouble. Hidalgo nearly a couple of steals, but that ball was like a bar of soap.
3 on the shot clock here.
Williams running out of time, draws the foul. So Wake Forest will get free throws out of the lengthy possession. 3:09 to go in the third quarter.
It's an active possession on both ends of the court. A lot of deflections defensively. Wake Forest trying to make some plays. Both teams here competing.
Lace Williams looking for her 10th point. She's got it. Wake Forest a chance to close within 20 right here. And as the Raleigh native gets the friendly roll. Three different Demon Deacons in double figures. Coles, Williams, and the leading scorer, Hines. There's Hidalgo, the game's top scorer so far, trying to scoop it high and draws a foul on the back end. So the free throws continue to pile up in the third quarter. Hidalgo's making her way to the stripe now.
A couple of good plays here by Hidalgo last couple of possessions, getting herself to the line, finding ways to be able to get to the rim. She's getting fouled. She's getting just enough space, getting that defender off balance, and getting herself to the free throw line.
She's been to the line more than anybody else on the floor tonight. 5 for 6. 20.4 rebound, 5 steal game already. She's missed her last 2 foul shots.
And if you're Notre Dame at this point in the game, New Year's resolution, you're looking for those great habits. You're looking for those good to great habits. How you're getting back defensively, being able to guard, getting deflections, making plays on the offensive end. You're looking for those habits that'll carry you into ACC play, carry you into postseason play. They're looking to be able to continue developing. Notre Dame here with some full court pressure.
What do the best teams do? They keep those habits even when they're up 20 in the third quarter and feeling comfortable at home. You don't let up.
And I think it's where Coach Ivy's wants some full court pressure here just for the mentality. Wake Forest on a run.
Williams worked around Carlin. Another shooting foul on the way, this one against Notre Dame.
Good move there on the pick and roll, just finding just enough of an angle on Carlin.
Miles returns for Prosper, so the 5 starters for Notre Dame, all 1,000-point scorers back on the floor. Williams to the line again.
Williams has made some really good plays found opportunities to be able to get to the rim, hit a couple of shots.
Got both of the free throws there. Wake Forest has made it now a 19-point game. As the end of the third quarter nears. How long will the Demon Deacons keep the Irish at bay? Right now, Carlin's having some trouble, and it leaks out to Hines. Wake Forest on the move. Turkoff against Miles. Miles sizes her up, and quality defense forces the miss. Hidalgo as the pace intensifies. Finds the back-cutting Citron for two.
Citron has moved well, whether it's spotting up in the corner, cutting to the basket as her defender leaves. She just makes smart basketball plays over and over again.
Final 2 minutes of the quarter. Citron now 13 points to go with 3 assists. Williams pulls up and knocks it down in the face of Carlin. She's come alive late in the third quarter and now leads Wake Forest with 15. Miles to King on the other side. That's up and in for 2.
Really good finish by King. Great pass by Miles.
Sorby, the freshman, going to work. Kicks it out to Williams. Hidalgo all over her. Williams lost the handle, but it ends up with Jordan. Now Hines thinking about the three. Instead, she drives. Downhill on Carlin. Foul against Carlin. Fans screaming for a travel, but it's free throws coming for Wake again.
Notre Dame's made a couple of nice plays here in transition. Hidalgo, great drive. Citron with a great back cut. Her defender watching the ball, being able to be here. And then Notre Dame just continues making the right play. Miles to King. King does a great job of squaring her shoulders, getting past that defender. Eyes on the rim, and great finish.
Demira Hines now 3 for 5 from the stripe today. She's in her 5th year at Wake Forest, missed all of last season and redshirted due to an injury. 1 for 2 trip. Rebound to Liatu King, had Miles up ahead. Now she'll hand it off. Final minute of the third quarter. Notre Dame still in front by 20. It's been a Wake Forest favored third quarter. They're outscoring the Irish 21-19 so far. But now it's even. Liatu King, what a shot fake, what a result.
Good shot fake, good one dribble on a sidestep on her defender. Great finish and follow through.
King 13 points, 5 rebounds. And now Citron the steal, has options ahead of her, but she'll keep it. 2.5 seconds between shot and game clock with Notre Dame up by 22.
Notre Dame likely holding for one, trying to get a stop, not leave Wake Forest much time. This is really good. They get a lot of spacing. They get the right matchup.
Here comes the crowd with 10 seconds left. Here comes Citron. King, Koval, got it. Notre Dame scores with 4 seconds left. Wake Forest running out of time on the inbound, and Hines doesn't get it off. Notre Dame a strong finish to quarter number 3 as Citron moved it down to King, and then Koval on the back end finished it up for Notre Dame. The Irish lead by 24 going to the 4th at Purcell Pavilion.
All season, Notre Dame's been really good at their spacing, their execution, especially end of the quarter. Here it's Citron and King in a pick and roll with Koval on the post, and they run it to perfection. You got Hidalgo and Miles spotted up in the corner. Fake screen on the pick and roll, a ghost screen, a little bit of help up top, great pass inside to Koval. And you look at this from up top, you got Hidalgo and Miles spaced out to the side, and as you've got them spaced out to the side, there's all kinds of room. You can't help off of Hidalgo and Miles, so you got to look inside. Koval's defender helps up just a little bit. Great pass by King inside. Great X and O by Neil Ivy. Great execution by Notre Dame here.
Hidalgo and Miles didn't even have to move to make an impact on that play. Just their threat to make the three-pointer or drive on you on the catch.
Which is the toughest part, and I think that's what Coach Ivy's brought from that pro basketball spacing, understanding for Miles and Hidalgo that they're doing their job by holding that spacing. The defenders have to make too long of a closeout to be able to impact that pick and roll. And then really good execution by King. A ghost screen is so good against a switching defense, a fake ball screen. King does a great job, a ghost screen right into it. Too quick, Koval's defender has to help. And again, those long closeouts have been happening all game, all season for Notre Dame. Citron is another great option for them in that pick and roll, and she just makes good decisions over and over again. Again, another good decision leading her at the foul line.
Malaya Coles opened the quarter with a Wake Forest bucket. But now Citron's answering with 2 more made free throws. She's 6 for 6 from the stripe now. And give her 15 points on the evening. Notre Dame looking for its 8th consecutive win. Ranked 3rd in the country. Coles spinning on Koval. What a second half she's had. What a game overall for Coles.
Really good move, really quick spin to be able to get past the defender. Here, she makes a good post move, quick dribble, spin move, great footwork. Gets her feet just past the defender's feet. As she gets her feet past the defender's feet, she's got an angle and then gets an and one. That's a tough finish.
14 points, make it 15 points to go with 8 rebounds.
Old-fashioned three-point play here.
Wake Forest having another quality day offensively.
Nice
King
pass.
answers on the other side. Notre Dame reaches 80 points. Good entry, as you said.
Again, a lot of assisted field goals for Notre Dame. A lot of passes to each other. Great execution there. Great pass by Koval. Great post up by King to walk her defender inside. Great post up.
Notre Dame takes over on the other end with 8:50 to go in the 4th quarter.
Wake Forest trying to play through Coles right now, and she's playing really well. It's a good option for them.
Notre Dame still on pace to clear 100 points scored for the 4th time this season. Coles will disrupt, laying out for the steal, but that leads to a held ball with Koval staying with the play. And the arrow points in Notre Dame's direction.
That's great deflection. Great job by Coles again. She's hustling on both ends of the floor. Great job being 3 quarters. Her feet, just as her feet offensively were getting around the defender there, getting her feet around her, the girl she's guarding, getting her feet in front, getting her deflection. She's playing really well with great footwork right now.
Hidalgo finds space.
She doesn't need much, but she finds enough, and she's going to score it.
Give her an inch, she'll take a mile. Notre Dame leads by 25 as the ball trickles out. We'll stay with Wake Forest. Hannah Hidalgo up to 23 points now, leading the game by a healthy margin. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals as well. The do-it-all sophomore guard showing up in a big way yet again this evening. Williams in some trouble with Hidalgo, and she stepped on that midcourt line. It's an over and back against Wake Forest. And Hidalgo just relentless.
She is, and just defensively, she finds ways. This is a great defense of being able to get over the top of that screen, getting her deflection, and being able to make plays. She just finds a way to impact plays on both ends of the floor every single possession.
It was like Isaiah Likely with the Baltimore Ravens earlier
Nice
in the
shot.
NFL season. The toe on the line, and Liatu King turns it into 2 points for Notre Dame. Give her 17. Meanwhile, a foul just across midcourt from Hannah Hidalgo as Williams made a cut on her. Williams and Coles tied for the Wake Forest lead with 15 points apiece. Williams has done it on just 3 made field goals, a 7 for 7 evening at the free throw line for her. Look at that from Hidalgo. She just jumped and reached over Hines' head to start the steal. Citron will get to the free throw line on the other side as Hidalgo's a bit gimpy getting up. That's not a great sign.
I think she may have rolled her ankle on her way down on that one.
I mean, she jumped really high. As Nia Livey helps her down to the bench. She's smiling a little bit, so that's good. Take another look. Watch this from behind.
Yeah, she landed just on her foot.
Citron hits the free throw.
Citron's free throws could go in a picture-perfect shooting form clinic. I should have waited until after the free throw to say it. I said it earlier and she hit it, so I thought I was safe.
The heat check, I guess.
I'm still putting it in there. I still think her technique's fantastic.
Wake Forest, quality ball movement on the other side, and the three splashes down for Elise Williams. 18 points, a team lead. That's her third triple.
Williams has shot it well when she's had the opportunities in space.
Kane at the free throw line, not enough. As the work continues on Hannah Hidalgo's ankle on the right side of the Notre Dame bench. Miles got pushed off. That opens up some space for the Deeks. The Irish recover well. Now Conley steps back and misses left. Carlin and Westbeld readying to check in for Notre Dame as Miles steps back and can't hit. Rebound kicked out though off Wake Forest.
Good hustle by Prosper, just not giving up on the play. Finding a deflection to be able to get another possession.
There's Hannah Hidalgo. It's that right ankle Notre Dame is working on with the training staff. Just rolled it a little bit moments ago, coming down from a high jumping steal on the defensive end.
Good shot by Westbeld there. Just finds her space, takes her time, knocks it in.
9 points now for Westbeld in her return to the Purcell Pavilion floor. Irish lead by 27. Now Westbeld defends, but Hines slips it past her with the lefty finish.
Good footwork, good finish by Hines.
15 points, 5 rebounds for Hines in this one. Citron off the Carlin handoff. Doesn't have room, loops it to Westbeld. All kinds of room in the left corner, missed it short. The rebound falls to Hines. And Wake Forest goes back to work in the final 6 minutes of regulation in South Bend. Notre Dame in control. Third-ranked team in the country looking for a 13th win on the year. A 4-0 start in ACC play. Sorby.
7 on the shot clock here for Wake Forest.
Hines threw it off the foot of Prosper. Still the Demon Deacons recover, but Conley didn't have the angle to put it in. Miles on the move. Carlin, short corner. Line drive, missed. Prosper, what a find after the offensive rebound. That was quick thinking to get it to Westbeld.
A great pursuit by Prosper for where she was at from where Olivia Miles was driving before the kick. Great pursuit of rebounding out of your areas, a skill that coaches want. Not rebounding just where you're boxing out and the ball comes right to you, but rebounding out of your area. That's a great example by Prosper of rebounding outside of your area and then making the next play.
Prosper hasn't scored today, but a couple of key offensive rebounds on her ledger, and one on the other side. Demira Hines got it to spin home. She'll have a chance to reach 18 points when we return with the Irish up by 27.
Yep. Yeah. one end, and then on the next end, this rebound, she rebounds out of her area. Look at where she's at. She's in the right corner as Olivia Miles is passing this ball. Shot by Carlin. She is moving to find the rebound and then makes the pass for an extra play for the easy finish for Westbeld. That gets her back, right? Getting Westbeld back in rhythm. Prosper just making plays and hustle plays on both ends of the floor, really finding her rhythm here tonight.
Hines couldn't finish on the potential three-point play. Now Westbeld's alone in the corner, and you can't do that defensively. Maddie Westbeld has 14 points.
I think she's back. She has hit some shots. She's hit some rhythm. That one looked really comfortable, really confident.
And mind you, 14 points in 13 minutes. She hasn't played all that much, but she's still finding her way onto the score sheet.
Incredibly efficient. Again, sharing the basketball. Another assisted field goal for Notre Dame.
Now it's Hines rumbling down the left side. Not enough space as Carlin defended well. 3-5-on-4 for the Irish. Miles will just do it herself. Too easy. Notre Dame by 30.
Attribute that to Notre Dame's spacing. Their guards got out so wide that Wake Forest had to close out and transition out wide. So Olivia Miles just has a layup. They're trying to find shooters. They found space. They found people there. Again, Notre Dame running wide. Citron's running wide. I've got another shooter running wide. So because of that, Olivia Miles beats one defender for a layup. Great job by Notre Dame and their execution, their spacing, playing for each other.
13 points, 8 assists for Miles. This time it's Coles against Carlin, kicking out to Jordan. Her high-rising three goes long. Miles the rebound, her fourth. Now she's got a three on the way. Carlin setting the pick. Carlin wide open for the offensive rebound. And then a charge as she crashed back for the second chance.
And Tirkoff still hadn't taken a three, but a nice charge there for her in a game where she's coming off a career high, hasn't shot any threes, hasn't gotten a ton of looks, but makes a charge play there. You're looking for those bright spots if you're Wake Forest right now. That'd be a bright spot on taking a charge, getting a possession.
Nearing the final 3 minutes. More of the freshmen back in the game for Wake Forest. It's a two-freshman lineup out there right now. As Jordan lets it go. Tough shot. Rebound to Miles again. Moving quickly, finding
nice
Carlin.
pass.
Easy two for Notre Dame.
Great job by Carlin in running the floor. She's done that a lot this game, but great job. Olivia Miles rewarding her for running the floor.
4 points now for Liza Carlin. 9 assists for Olivia Miles. One away from a double-double. Tirkoff, deep three. Prosper denies. There she is again on both sides of the floor. And then Tirkoff fouls her hard on the other side.
Prosper's made some really good plays. Again, another defensive stop, knows that she's got a shooter, finds a block, and then goes down in transition, gets fouled herself. Just a great job of just being up on a shooter. Knowing Tirkoff's a shooter, knowing she's coming off her career high, being up on a shooter, then being able to make a play on the other end.
Notre Dame 6th in the country in blocks per game. Leading the ACC is Sarah Cernugal. The former walk-on enters for Notre Dame. Prosper drains the first free throw. Two for two. Prosper's on the board.
Great soft roll on that finish.
Notre Dame closing this thing out on a 9-0 run in the last 2+ minutes. Sorby stop and go against Westbeld. Everything but the finish there. Now with Sorby down for a moment, the Irish have numbers. Call ball from Citron, not enough real estate.
Nice block.
Wake Forest up next. We'll head to Virginia Tech for a showdown with the Hokies on Sunday. Back-to-back ranked matchups against Cal and North Carolina on the 19th and 23rd of January. Notre Dame, meanwhile, will go back on the road to Clemson Sunday before hosting undefeated and 13th ranked Georgia Tech. What a litmus test that'll be for the Yellow Jackets. Lucy Jensen, the freshman guard, recent addition to the roster, checks in as well for Notre Dame as the Irish dig into the bench late. And we take a look at the Hannah Hidalgo National Player of the Year case. Olivia Miles has one too for Notre Dame, but she's beaten Juju Watkins and Paige Beckers both head-to-head, and the numbers don't lie either.
And Hannah Hidalgo has played that way, and Player of the Year, a lot of these stats show up, but that defense is what's impressed me so much, of just her impact on the floor. And when you're looking at a National Player of the Year, you're looking for that impact. Niele Ivy's got to have, when she was with the Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant was her Rookie of the Year. She's probably seeing some of those things of being able to coach a player in that way of what does a player look like to be the best in their class. And Hannah Hidalgo definitely making an argument for herself in that category.
Kate Koval just got Notre Dame to 100 points for the 4th time this season. And that's only the 4th time it's happened in a season for Notre Dame. Final 30 seconds, one more possession for Notre Dame. Sealing another clinical ACC win here at home, and it's fitting that Maddie Westbeld takes the final shot, but can't knock it down. Cernugal a steal, however. That'll get the crowd going, and she'll try the 3, but Jordan swats it into the front row. .4 on the clock, and Notre Dame can just wind this thing out off of the inbound for a 13th win on the season. Now Westbeld's going to do just that. Notre Dame has its most points through 15 games in program history and got their 13th win of the season, beating Wake Forest 100-64.